Greetings. This lambing learning is entitled Observe Difference, but it could wear a subtitle of Acknowledge rather than Appropriate, as you'll hear. So here's the context. Just as AI is not a singularity, these are artificial intelligences, nor are sheep a collective, albeit that at feeding time they behave as one collective noun. This lambing learning challenged my perception and that old assumption that sheep look and behave the same. They absolutely do not. And occasionally you get a ewe who decides that the ewe which is lambing is actually for her to appropriate both the lamb and the afterbirth, and actually all the behaviours of the lambing ewe too. Aside from she can't quite do the I'm lambing bleating because she is not lambing. It is not yet her time. And actually, witnessing that behaviour, which was completely new to me, was a reminder about how easy it is to become possessive of another's problems or to try and appropriate another's behaviours as one's own. So this lambing learning dawns over 6 months after lambing, and I'm penning this in October 2023. Yet I would say it's one of the significant learnings from that whole adventure, particularly when it comes to relating with our beloveds. It goes against some spiritual strategies which argue for seeing what we fail to see in ourselves by ruthlessly analysing the other and trying to extract their traits or their messages as something that we should own. Here's for me the pith of this learning. When I appropriate someone else's behaviours as my own or something that I am lacking, I deprive myself of accessing my own power, potentiality, and probably hide my complementary attributes. So acknowledging difference without attempting to extract a lesson or the gold in it, something I have done for decades, can actually leave the gold to reveal itself. For surely there is gold in every connecting, but to leave it to reveal itself when and if it's ready. So these words from what was one of my morning's readings from Anam Cara by John O'Donoghue come to heart, although I'm very aware that there's a certain irony in even quoting it. I'm sure you'll understand why as I share this. It goes, you relate to your inner world through thought. If these thoughts are not your own thoughts, then they are second-hand thoughts. Each of us needs to learn the unique language of our own soul. Could be soil, couldn't it? Of our own soul. In that language, we will discover a lens of thought to brighten and illuminate our inner world. That was quite a revelation to me, and it makes a lot of sense. So here we go. There is a poetical to accompany this lambing learning, and this describes this new character to my world, and she is called the Lamb Thief, and I do not need to appropriate her behaviour. The Lamb Thief. She's the ring of my tinnitus 3 hours later, born to meddle, would-be midwife without the skill, muscling in, busybody, black-tongued, compelled by instinct, her will to interrupt and steal. Relentless obstruction to the shepherd trying to kneel and lend a hand as each lamb drops. She's in there. Black rubber removing yellow afterbirth for all she's worth, gorging on the taste of mothering. And yet, when it comes to her turn, she turns her back on her lamb, despite its bleating. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Now, if you'd like to read this, you'll find it on my website. It's quite a deep lambing learning. And just as a special afterword for you, it occurred to me as I was reading that poetical out loud that this black rubber tongue removing yellow afterbirth for all she's worth. In fact, that's rather like trying to take this delicious gold that may lie there before it's yours, before you've made it your own. So that was another little insight which arrived with this lambing learning. I look forward to meeting you on the next one, and thanks so much for watching. Please comment, are there times when you've been able to acknowledge the gold without appropriating it? What has this meant to you? I really would love to hear, either directly or in the comments below. Thanks for watching and for listening. Bye for now.